It's something that I've really turned to recently in my studies of the gospel, is to focus more and more on Jesus Christ. That seems key to me. And we do frequently talk about his example, and we talk about things he said and preachings he did, and it's all fairly metaphysical and not necessarily replicable. It's really hard to tell somebody, well, do what Jesus did. And you say, well, what did he do? And you say, well, he preached that the meek shall inherit the earth. Well, how do you do that? But if you read the New Testament closely and read the sections in the Book of Mormon where Christ is actually there and doing things, it's a whole other WWJD. What would Jesus do? Because Jesus did a lot, and he did it with his body. He touched people. He spat in the mud and made things that he would put on people's faces. He embraced. He paused. He reached out. He pushed back. He whipped. I mean, he did things. So I've been fascinated in trying to understand what Jesus did, because if we're being told to do as he did, why aren't we doing the things he actually did physically? And just like in acting theories, where sometimes they call it inside out or outside in. So one method is to say, as an actor, I'm going to try to build the emotional world of the character. And because I'm feeling these certain things that my character is going through, and I start to feel them myself as an actor, my body will then lead into the things I should do. So my character needs to be sad. I need to find that emotional connection. As I find that emotional connection, I start to get sad, and then I might cry. Outside in would do the opposite. It would say, I'm going to be so technically proficient, I can gasp or use a shortness of breath, and tears would eventually come to my eye. And as I start crying, I'm going to feel sad, right? So it's the outside in. I think frequently we think about following Christ's example as an inside out. Like, I'll be converted to something, and as such, that emotion will lead me to do certain things. I am interested in the outside in way of following Jesus Christ. What happens when I actually say, I'm going to fall down before him? That's an act of kneeling. Kneeling is going down to my knees. When should I do that? When does that happen? At what point can I add kneeling to my daily practice? And in so doing, gain a respect for the divine that I don't have if I just sit on my couch and go, I need to have more respect for the divine. Right? So I'll just kneel. Right? So that's where my interests are. And so it fits both with my scholarly work and more my scholarly practice as an artist in making theater. But it's a daily life practice as well, the doing of being like Jesus.